How do you feel like the run game kind of progressed throughout the game against West Virginia?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it throughout the week as the run games. We call it a softening process. Like at the beginning of games, you're not going to just bust runs all over the place, right? But we have to establish line of scrimmage by being physical, and I think we did that fairly well. In the first half, didn't get any crazy runs in the first half, but did enough to where we had still to keep them honest about the run and the pass. And then, as you saw towards the end of the game, we were able to start getting a few like 10-yard runs, 12-yard runs, and then busted a 60-yard run. So, just kind of a process getting into that.
How would you evaluate the way you've played so far this season?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's been bad at all. I wouldn't say it's up to the par that I expected myself to play at right now. I had a meeting with Coach DA, I think, on Sunday. And we kind of just talked about that, kind of like where he kind of expects me to be right now, and how I need to kind of do some things a little bit better from what I have been, and kind of just trusting myself, keeping that confidence in myself throughout the last for these next couple of weeks. And I mean, luckily we're only like a third or a quarter of the way into the season, so I had that talk, and then I've strung together my 2 best practice days of the year so far this year. So super excited for what I'm gonna do this weekend.
Did you call that meeting, or was that?
Yeah, I called that meeting. Yeah.
Was that something you've done before in your college career, wanting to talk with an assistant like that during the season, or just?
No, it was just kind of like I did a lot of like self-evaluation when I was watching my film and grading it and looking at things. It was like such like little stuff that I was doing wrong that ended up being like something big, something little as finishing a block with my body in a specific place, right? And then in practice, I wasn't doing that, and it showed up in a game, right? And so I had that kind of self-evaluation, and now I'm like, okay, now I know the way I need to practice, and I kind of did a practice like that yesterday, where I was like, okay, I feel good, I felt confident, like walking off the field yesterday and even today, I'm like, I feel good, I feel confident going into the next day of practice and for this weekend, so I think that's been the biggest change for me right now.
Did Coach give you anything that you feel like you didn't notice on film when you did that self-evaluation?
I mean, it's going through the whole grading process for like each game, right? I mean, he sees the same things I'm seeing, and I kind of talked to him. He didn't even know I was coming to talk to him, but I told him, I was like, listen, I need to like, what do you think? This is what I think. What do you think? And he was like, yeah, I agree. I mean, your worst critic's gonna be yourself, and so yeah.
Was there anything that he told you you're actually doing better than you thought you were?
Honestly, I told him, I was like, I don't really want to like hear any of that. Like, I want to hear what I want to get better at, right? If he doesn't tell me I'm doing something wrong, then I'm doing it right. I'm doing my job. Yeah.
Maybe you touched on it a little bit, but what was it about these last 2 practices that made them so good for you?
I think for me, it's been like the details. We talk all the time about like big on the little details of how we finish blocks, how we finish plays, and anything along those lines. And I think that's been like the biggest thing for me, whether it be something like a snap placement where the ball is getting to the quarterback and not unfortunately being on the ground like it was this past weekend. Doing stuff like that and getting my hand back and taking like a wide zone more vertical rather than getting washed on the line of scrimmage, or just like moving my feet or getting my body in the right spot to be in between the defender and the runner.
I know the play literally does start with you because you're the center, but do you feel like these improvements can help set the tone, maybe better for an offensive line this fall?
No, yeah, for sure. Like as a whole for our offensive line, I think we played okay, not up to par as to what we played at last year. But it's a new group. We're gelling. I think we kind of gelled quite a bit this past weekend, and so I'm excited for what we can do this weekend.
What have you seen from Cincinnati's defensive line?
Yeah, they're big guys. They're physical. Their whole box is physical, and they're vet players, so they know how to play. They played a lot of football. I know their nose guards really, really good. So I'm super excited. I know he was out with an injury for the past couple of weeks, but I'm super excited for the challenge I see ahead of us.
I was just going to say, cornerbacks, if they're going up against a top wide receiver, they'll talk about being excited for that matchup. As an offensive lineman, do you ever look at the guy across from you on film and you're like, this is a guy I'm looking forward to facing?
I mean, yeah, it's a challenge. Something I always go by is my opponent's faceless. So, like I said, it doesn't matter who we play. We could play the worst team in the FCS, D3, whatever you want to call it, or the best team in D1, or we even play a team in the NFL, right? I'm still going to attack my practices the same way and attack them the way I should. And I haven't been up to par with that in the first couple of weeks. And this week, I think I've taken a big step forward and just changing my mindset of, the way I attack practice. But yeah, just kind of go off your question. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know he's a big guy. I know he's a big challenge. He's a little shorter, so I know I'm going to have to work my pad level this week. It's going to be a big thing for me.
You mean Corleone, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think